Hawaii Kilauea Volcano eruption latest. It has color code orange, and we have lava footage here from USGS of the Halemaumau crater. The activity and the summary concerning March 27 update. The summit eruption of Kilauea Volcano within Halemaumau crater, or Halemaumau, whichever way you want to pronounce it, contained over the past 24 hours. All recent activity has been confined to the crater, and there are no indications of activity migrating elsewhere on Kilauea. Halemaumau lava lake observations. Eruption of lava from the western vent into the active lake, the lava lake, about 2.5% of the crater floor surface, and onto the crater floor continuing over the past 24 hours. There were also numerous and sustained ooze-outs along the margins and interior seams of the crater floor. Since the beginning of this eruption on September 29, 2021, the crater floor has seen a total rise of about 292 feet. That's 89 meters. The volume of lava effused since the beginning of this eruption was about 58 million cubic meters, or 76 million cubic yards, as measured on March 17, 2022. The summit observations. The summit tilt has been mostly stable with minor deflation over the past 24 hours. Volcanic tremor remains above background levels. A sulfur dioxide SO2 emission rate of approximately 1,400 tons every day was measured March 23rd. The rift zone observations. No unusual activity has been noted along the east rift zone or southwest rift zone. Low rates of ground deformation and seismicity continue along both. Measurements from continuous gas monitoring stations downwind of Pu'uo in the middle of the east rift zone remain below detection limits for sulfur dioxide, indicating that sulfur dioxide emissions from Pu'uo are negligible. The hazard analysis. This eruption at Kilauea Summit is occurring within a closed area of Hawaii's Volcanoes National Park. Therefore, high levels of volcanic gas are the primary hazard of concern, as this hazard can have far-reaching effects downwind. Large amounts of volcanic gas, primarily water vapor H2O, and carbon dioxide CO2, and sulfur dioxide SO2 are continuously releasing during the eruption of Kilauea Volcano. As sulfur dioxide is released from the summit, it reacts in the atmosphere to create a visible haze known as VOG, or volcanic smog, that has been observed downwind of Kilauea. VOG creates the potential for airborne health hazards to residents and visitors, damages agricultural crops as well and other plants, and affects livestock. And for more information on gas hazards at the summit of Kilauea, you can see the link here. Now, additional hazards include Pele's hair and other lightweight volcanic glass fragments from lava fountains that will fall downwind and dust the ground within a few hundred meters or yards of the erupting fissure vents. Strong winds may waft lighter particles to greater distances. Residents should minimize exposure to these volcanic particles, which can cause skin and eye irritation. Other significant hazards also remain around Kilauea caldera from Halemaumau crater wall instability, ground cracking, and rock falls that can be enhanced by earthquakes within the area close to the public. Now, we know we have daily earthquakes in Kilauea. We'll look at the earthquakes there. This underscores the extremely hazardous nature of the rim surrounding Halemaumau's crater, an area that has been closed to the public since early 2008. And you can also visit Hawaii Volcanoes National Park website for visitor information. They say that the park should note that under southerly non-trade wind conditions, there is potential for a dusting of powdery to gritty ash composed of volcanic glass and rock fragments. These ash falls represent a minor hazard, but visitors should be aware that such dusting at areas around Kilauea Summit are possible. Of course, the Hawaii Volcano Observatory, HVO, continues to closely monitor Kilauea Volcano. HVO will continue to issue daily Kilauea Volcano updates until further notice. In addition to the morning Kilauea daily update, HVO will issue a brief eruption status report daily due to frequent pauses in the eruption and the highly variable nature of the lava lake activity within Halimamau crater. The addition of afternoon status reports does not reflect change in hazards. These reports are intended to give Hawaii Volcano National Park staff and visitors an idea of likely lava activity for the coming evening. Let's take a look at the earthquakes. Okay, so here we are at the map with the earthquakes. This is Kilauea, and it's orange, as we know. This is Mauna Loa right next to it. And this is a few days ago, well, 2 days ago, magnitude 3.3 at 4 mile depth. And this is Pahala, which has a lot, these earthquakes have a lot of activity here, and they're much deeper. They're towards the earth mantle. And if we pan out a little bit, we'll see that this is the Loihi Seamount, which also has earthquakes down there. And this is an area that will, in the future, of course, grow the Big Island of Hawaii. And coming back out again, the Hawaiian chain, as we know, is a hot spot. Another seamount there, 3.5, 10 mile depth. Okay, orange aerial code for Kilauea, and yellow for Mauna Loa. And going in again, we'll try and get the GPS activity for the changes. Let's go, the changes in the deformation. Okay, sorry about that. GPS, let's go to this one. Okay, let's go to this one. And here we have north-south, east-west, deformation. This is the last eruption of 2018, September. And we see that it's sort of deflating now. Let's go to another area of Kilauea. Let's go to this one here, DEVL. That's just about the same activity. And let's go to Pu'o'o. That was a big one. Yeah, 3.3 you saw around here. Okay, the displacement in 2 years. And we see that it's deflating a little bit this year. Let's go to Mauna Loa. See what's happening there. Okay, past 2 years, we see that that's the difference. It's inflating. This one here is inflating. Mauna Loa is inflating. And more on Mauna Loa. Past 2 years deflating. It doesn't, okay, it's not going to open up. Some of them don't open up very easily. Take another one. Okay. No, it doesn't want to. Okay, Mauna Loa is difficult. Past 2 years displacement. Okay, we see that it's heading southeast, and it's basically inflating. Southeast is basically the area southeast here. Southeast. This is the area that's sloughing off towards the southeast. Let's take one here. Displacement last 2 years. Again, it's going southeast and inflating. Southeast and inflating. Pahala, I don't see that has any, we don't have any GPS near Pahala. That's very strange. Okay, let's take this one. Past 2 years displacement. This is all over the place. All over the place. And we'll take the last one here. KULE. Okay, it's going southeast, and a little bit of inflation here. Pahala. Okay, so all of you there in Hawaii, please be careful. And you do have a lot of earthquakes continually every day. That's the situation. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.